Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Agave Talk, your number one source for everything agave. We appreciate you being here with us today. Super excited. Had these bottles for quite some time and finally getting around to review them. This is Tequila Enemigo. Yes. Enemigo means enemy in Spanish, enemy, enemies. And this brand right here, I'm not sure if it's going to be an enemy of us or a friend afterwards, but really curious to try this new brand. I've never had it before. We got both of their offerings. They are only offering two offerings. One is an Añejo Cristalino, so this is not their Blanco. No. This is an actual Añejo Cristalino, so it's an Añejo, which they filtered. And then back here is their extra Añejo. Yes. So starting off with our Añejo Cristalino, they're saying, and I'm taking this information directly from the website, they're saying that it's aged for over a year. They're not specifying how long specifically, but they're saying over a year. So it is classified as an Añejo. I mean, that could be a year and 6 months, or it can be a year and 1 day, it could be 2 years, but who knows? It is a Añejo. We got that filtering because they filtered out all the color from it, so it's that Cristalino. This is clocking in at 40%. You got the front label, kind of got like this triangle with the T and the E, Tequila Enemigo. What's curious here is at the bottom, you see 89. And over here on the extra añejo, which we're going to get to, but I want to bring this up, kind of like an Easter egg, you see 00. So they're saying that this 89 represents that it took 89 iterations to create what they felt was the perfect award-winning expression. So it took 89 tries to get the batch that they wanted, and this is the result. On the other end, our extra añejo, it has 00. They're saying it's 00 because it was perfect from the first go. So kind of cool little Easter egg right there. Finishing off this Añejo Cristalino, just on the back, we got our sticker. This is coming out of NOM 1489. Nothing really special on the back. We do have an embossment in the glass of their logo. And yeah, pretty clean looking bottle. It's hefty too. It's actually a really heavy bottle. Bringing up our extra añejo got kind of damaged in shipping, unfortunately, but it's all good. The label is, the same. The juice is very dark, and they're saying that this, again, was perfect from the get-go, and it's aged over 3 years. So again, is that 4 years, is that 5 years, or is that 3 years and 1 day? Not really sure. They don't specify, but again, coming out of NOM 1489. The bottle's the same, the sticker's just different, all right? Something else over here that's different, our cap on this one is black and gold, where our bottle top cap on this side is blue and silver, all right? So what we're about to do is open these bad boys up, pour them out, and let that breathe for a moment. Really want to take in all the nose and all the smell from this. So let your bottles pop. Oh yeah, that was a good one. Here is, again, hefty. This is really, really heavy. We got the shiny silver blue. I'm going to pour this out. And again, I'm just going to go off camera for a moment, let these sit and really open up. If you have not done so already, please hit that like and subscribe, as well as follow us on Instagram at Agave Talk. All right. So this one as well, the extra añejo, opening this up. Oh, that was good. And taking a look at that cap again, just really, really heavy bottles. Let's pour this out. Oh yeah. Oof, I can smell that already. All right. So let's put these back. Let's have those there. And like I said, I'm going to let these come and open up for a moment, and we'll be right back. All right, everybody. So it's been about 5 minutes. Let me get these back in, really centerpiece right there. Let's bring this forward and bring this forward. I love doing side-by-side comparisons. We poured a little bit more of that extra añejo. But you can notice in this añejo, this is a cristalino. Remember, this is not a blanco. Really, really clear. The legs and tiers on that. Pretty sticky, not really going anywhere, to be honest. I love it, I love it, I love it. I'm a huge fan of, you know, that mouthfeel that kind of sticks around. Taking a sip on this, apologies, a smell. Ooh, that's interesting. So, it smells Blanco-ish. You're definitely getting some agave on there. But kind of anise. You got like an anise smell also. Kind of like, even like papery. It's got like a sweetness to it, but it's like a sweet anise. If you know what anise smells like, kind of like licorice, but it's like sweet. If anise was sweet, that's interesting. Not a lot of pepper on there at all, but even like berry, like blackberry, raspberry. What is that? That's curious. That's interesting. All right. Looking at this extra añejo, let's take this for a sniff before I go into the tasting. Even this extra añejo, that's even stickier. Those legs and tiers, you can see that on camera. That is not moving at all. Love the dark amber color on this. Let's take a smell. Okay. So, it is similar to the Cristalino. Very similar to the Cristalino. One would even, I mean, you could even say like the Cristalinos, like the extra añejo, just without color. That's interesting. There is an extra layer on there though. Kind of like, you're definitely getting some wood-ish, but again, it's kind of sweet, like astringent. That is, oh man, that is curious. So on both of these, one's an añejo, one's an extra añejo. Normally, you're gonna get a lot of wood on both of those. I'm really not getting any wood on either of those. They're very floral. They're very fruity. That is, oh my God, that's so curious. That is so curious. Let's take a sip of this Añejo Cristalino. Cheers. Sorry. Just really brought it back up to my nose. It, like dried fruit. Okay, yeah. So it kind of has that anise kind of flavor. It's definitely got some sweetness to it. Nothing really that feels like overly manipulated or anything like that. I'm not getting like weird like cake batter or nothing like that, which is a good thing. But it reminds me of a brand, it definitely does, which has a very anise forward to it. And there's a couple like that. One I'm thinking specifically of. And yeah, it's kind of like a dryness. It's like a dry, sweet anise. If you're into that thing, absolutely, that is the drink for you. Let's take a sip of this extra añejo. Again, it's very similar in smell, but there's just like an extra layer of like dryness to it. Even like tea, like even like a bag of tea, kind of like tea leaves. That's very interesting. Let's take a sip. Cheers. Salud. All right. I'll be honest, both of those go down very easy. It tastes very similar to the Añejo Cristalino, but there's another layer, like I said, kind of like maybe like hazelnut, like tea. They're both very anise forward, and it has like a fruity, subtle fruitiness to it, like even like dried fruit, like a dried raspberry or a dried raisin, dried fig, something like that. But it definitely has like a tea bag kind of flavor. I'm gonna take these side by side. Give me a second, guys. Thank you for coming along this journey with us right now. If you've tried these before, please comment down below. I've never seen a review. Remember where you see things first, but yeah, let us know if you've ever had this. I'd be curious to hear what you think. But even smelling side by side, and my nose is pretty good, they smell very, very similar. I'm gonna take a sip of the Cristalino. Interesting. And now the extra añejo. Ooh, even like, okay, the wood shined through on that one a little bit, like kind of like leatherish. Like if you took your belt and bit into your belt, or like smelled your belt. That is interesting, interesting, interesting. They're saying they rest the tequila in custom-made American oak barrels. They're not using used ones. They're actually using new American oak barrels, custom-made for them. And this is just interesting. They both go down extremely easy. And it is such a unique taste. Again, would be curious if anybody has ever had this. Please let us know down in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, consider hitting that like and subscribe. And of course, follow us on Instagram at Agave Talk. Overall, Tequila Enemigo, we appreciate you guys and we appreciate everybody being here with us. Take care, everybody.